Welcome to Caregivers and Community Connection. Of course, I'm Sharon Kelly, and I'm your host each and every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. and Sunday morning at 8:30. We are having an exciting morning this morning. First of all, hopefully all of you all are out at the Eastgate Town Center with Mr. Gary Bobo, the multi-millionaire that's coming to our city today and helping us break up the myth about being wealthy and building businesses right here in Chattanooga. If you're not, I want you to go on down to Eastgate Town Center. It's going on from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock this morning, and the cost is only $10 before, and I think it's $15 the day of the event. But go on down there anyway, because we all need to know about building wealth. But today we want to tell you about something exciting that's going to be going on for the next week right here in our city. It's the grand opening. I said the grand opening of Mocha Restaurant and Music Lounge. And I have no other person here than the general manager of Mocha, and that's my daughter, Miss Cheri Hudgens.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good
How
morning.
are you doing, Cheri?
I'm great. Just up and about and excited about hearing Mr. Bobo and all that good stuff. So I'm excited about everything.
And, you know, staying in the pathway of what our mayor has been encouraging in this city, which is economic development, building wealth in our city. And that's what Chattanooga community business professionals have tried to do for over the last 6 to 7 months, is to get on board with him in the city to build wealth.
Right.
And so hopefully that's going great this morning out at Eastgate Town Center. But you and I, along with Ms. Tanisha Irvin and her husband, Josh, we've started in on a business partnership.
Correct.
Which is Mocha Restaurant and Music Lounge.
Yes, it is.
And I know for some of you all, you probably said, you know, I thought you were the owner. But I decided to bring in some young people and bring them on board to grow this business to the next level. Like I'm hoping in the future that we will be able to franchise Mocha, not just in Chattanooga, but all over the country. And I think it can happen.
I think so too.
You got to believe. Now, we're talking about the grand opening.
Right.
Now, tell us something about, I think it's going to start off, a kickoff October the 1st.
That's correct.
What's going to happen?
It's a Tuesday.
That's a Tuesday.
Yes,
tell us
is.
a little something about that.
Well, of course, Tuesday is our Talent Teen Tuesday. That's where our kids come out. If you went to the Pearl White Gala, you got a snippet of what we have to offer. I mean, it's a joy to see those kids come in, and they're eager to get on the stage. They're not scared. They want to get up in front of their peers and in the audience and showcase their talent. So we do have Talent Teen Tuesday. The doors open at 5 o'clock. We're going to kick off with those people that perform. We're going to have them to come back and perform on that day to start off our grand opening, since they did such a great job at the Pearl White Gala. And but we want to continue to do that with them. We want to have them even come in on our big act nights where things are going on. They can actually open up for certain people that's coming in that we're not going to announce, but just people that we're going to have coming to Mocha and showcase their talent.
I'm looking forward to that. But I think that morning, Tuesday morning, we're doing something just with our neighbors.
We are. We're going to do special invitations where we're going to have them to come in and have wine and cheese at Mocha, and just to get to introduce ourselves to our neighbors downtown, and for them to come in and get to know us as well. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be that morning.
And maybe serve some Mocha coffee.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I think so. Mocha coffee and maybe some great tea.
That sounds
some Mocha
good.
tea. You know we got that
We have
specialty
Mocha
on
tea.
that tea. But and then on Wednesday, what do you have planned for that Wednesday, which is October the 2nd?
That's where we're going to have the open house. We're going to have scheduled touring for people to come down. We got up, if I'm not mistaken, it's noon, 3 o'clock, and 5 o'clock that people will be able to come into Mocha and just get a tour and get to see what we've done. We've really made a lot of changes by opening it up because we want people to be able to experience Mocha from every seat that they're in. We don't want anything, you know, VIP like to be seen.
Right.
So we want people to see our VIP people. Right now, the VIP has been open to the general public, those that would like to go up and just experience the VIP section, but it will be closed off to exclusive people who have a VIP card. So, but those are just some of the things that we want to try to introduce, that we do catering, that we can do it in-house, out of our house. It doesn't matter. We also have a room that we call the living room, that people, if they want to have a birthday party, they can have that area where they can rent it at an hourly rate. They don't have to be all night. They can have their own bartender. They can have their own server. They can decorate that area. It's perfectly fine. Or if they just want to come and just have something at a table and just want to reserve a few seats for some friends, that's fine as well. But we want to introduce that to people.
I noticed today in our church program, I noticed that one of the things that they're doing, people are already getting ready for their Christmas holidays events.
Right. And we are too.
So we're encouraging churches and community organizations to utilize our facility for those type of events. But on Wednesday night, I think we got Trish, our distributor, coming in and doing something special.
Well, Trish will actually be there October the 9th.
Okay.
She will be coming in, and we're going to start off our Wine Down Wednesday. Trish will be visiting us once a month, where she will take us through some nice wines, exclusive wines, things, and just kind of teach us about our palates and so forth, so people will know what to taste when they're eating their food, what the wine's supposed to be doing, the fruits and so forth. So that's neat. We used to do it on the Brainerd Road, and we stopped doing it or whatever, but we figured we'll bring it back to downtown.
I've had so many people asking me about the Wine Down Wednesdays. And I said, the palate, I just heard you talk about that.
Right.
And that's just a taste on your tongue.
Exactly.
So you get an opportunity to know what wines go with what when you're ordering dinner.
Correct.
Now, what about Thursday?
Well, Thursday is our signature day. Thursday, we are hoping to have a special guest, so that's going to be announced. But of course, it's Philly Thursday. We're going to have our people, my talent team Tuesday people to come in. They're going to also get to perform on that day, as well as the two young ladies that won the Philly Thursday. They'll come back and they'll perform. But we're eager to continue doing what we've always done, which is allow people to come up and showcase their talent on Thursday for Philly Thursday. So Philly Thursday is just what it says. We want people to come in. If you feel the music, you feel it in your by speaking poetry or playing an instrument or singing, we want you to display that on our stage.
And we do that with live music.
We do.
Something different.
Exactly, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So I encourage people, if you want to perform, to call Mocha and let us know the song and so forth. So if it's something that we have not heard of that you're wanting to do, so we can get it prepared for that day.
And also bring 10 of your friends.
Yes, bring your friends.
We do like up to 15 people. They get an opportunity to sing one song or play one song or speak one spoken words or do some comedy and make us laugh. So we bring a whole lot to Thursdays with Philly Thursday. And 96.1 The Beat, we've partnered with them from the beginning to do 96-cent cocktails. We do. From 5 to 6.
That's correct. And one other thing that I wanted to bring up with the Philly Thursday is that something I'm trying to introduce. We're going to have several different types of hosts for that day. Just to give you a flair of what Mocha's all about. Mocha is about poetry, so we got Josh that will be heading that up. Mocha's about comedy, so you have Crown Royal, which is Nate. He will be heading that up. And Mocha is about soul and the music of. So of course you're going to have Jermaine, and then we have Stacy Lightfoot. She's just the overall person. She's comedy.
She's just whatever.
She's just whatever you need her to be at the time. So I'm glad to have that team put together.
And what about Friday?
Friday is it's smooth jazz, but for our grand opening, we're going to have Shirley Jones, and I'm excited to see her come down. She's always called in. She called in for your birthday, and always kind of checking in on it. So it's good to know she has a new CD single that she has out. So she's going to come down and she's going to premiere that down at Mocha. And it's free.
And she was Shirley Jones from the Jones Girls. Because everybody
Escapes us. Everybody probably familiar with the song from Escape. I'm looking forward to seeing her.
That would be great. And what about that Saturday?
Saturday, that's the bang day. Saturday, we're going to have Jimmy Brown from Brick. He will be performing on that particular Saturday. So I'm looking forward to him doing his thing as well.
I mean, to get Jimmy Brown and Brick, a part of Brick, I think he played about 3 or 4 instruments with Brick, and I'm excited. And then Monday we put together, Sunday We got
Yeah.
we got a book signing.
We have a book signing. Mr. Keith Barbie will be here signing his book. I think his book is Hide Behind the Cross.
Yes.
And then we have Frank Bumpers. So it's going to be a jazz type thing. And we're going to do if I'm not mistaken, we're going to kick off our brunch.
Yes.
Sunday brunch. We will have that on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. Making sure people are eating good and coming down and getting some good music while they're doing it. So that'll be from 11 until 3. And then that following Monday, we're going to have something called Blues on Broad.
Yeah.
I like that's the name of the band. I like that, Blues on Broad. But we're going to have a blues band. And we're also going to have some dancers that's going to come in and teach us how to do, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Kelly, is it
blues dance.
Blues dance? Okay.
Yes.
And so it's kind of teaching us about different things so people can learn how to do some dancing that,
That was back in the Renaissance days.
Exactly. That they used to do in the Savoy on 125th Street.
Yeah, and that's what Mocha is all about.
That's right.
So I'm just looking forward to that. I'm going to let us play just a little footage about showing a little Jimmy Brown from Brick.
Okay.
Also, in showing a little Shirley Jones from the Jones Girls to take us back down memory lane.
All right.
What we're going to do all this week, starting October the 1st up through October the 8th with our grand opening.
Right.
I'm so excited.
I am
We're going to let them listen just a little bit.
Okay.
In 1986, I recorded my first solo album. And then in August of 1986, for 3 long weeks, it was the #1 record in the country. I think it was because it asked a very important question, and I'm gonna ask you tonight because I want to know. Do you get enough, get enough, get enough, get enough love? I want to know, baby, do you get enough, get enough, get enough, get enough love? Ooh. If the answer
Welcome back to Caregivers and Community Connection. I know you all just enjoyed seeing Shirley Jones from the Jones Girls in a little brick with Mr. Jimmy Brown. So that's some of the things that I want you all to mark your calendar for. Jimmy will be with us on that Saturday, I think that's October the 5th.
Yes.
And Shirley will be with us on the 4th.
Yes.
And Philip Thursday, we got a special guest for you. Now, Cheri,
Yes.
we haven't talked about the main thing, what Mocha is all about.
Okay.
And that's a restaurant.
That's correct.
A restaurant first, right?
That's correct.
So we need to let people know about eating at Mocha, the catering part, and the things on that behalf. So tell us about lunch and what can we expect?
Well, lunch is from 11 until 3, and we're going to be open now for lunch from Monday to Saturday. We're trying to make sure we capture people that's downtown in the downtown area. And some of the dishes that you can enjoy, everybody was familiar with all of our specials that we had when we were on Brandon Road. Well, we've actually put those dishes on our menu. And some of them, and what we ended up doing I like is that we have the Etta James shrimp and grits.
Oh, wow.
We have the Cab Calloway crab cakes. We got the Louis Armstrong loaded baked potato. And of course the Miles Davis chicken and waffle. And then we have the 125th Street ribeye steak. You like that name? I love
girl,
it.
that's on top.
And so I'm just so excited about these names that we came up with. And all of them mean something to us because it's all about the Harlem Renaissance. It's all about the theme that we're giving. We're just now the 21st century of it all. Of course, with the Harlem Renaissance, that all came about when you had prominent black people that were school teachers, musicians, educators, all these different things. But it formulated some of middle class black household. And this is what we have today. We have the same thing going on today, but our middle class really didn't have anywhere to go to. So now they're able to come and stomp in the Savoy.
Oh, yes.
They're able to enjoy the Apollo, or they can be in the Cotton Club, which is, of course, is at Mocha, is our VIP area. So we want to treat everybody just as that. So I'm excited about that. And then our dinner, it starts at 5 o'clock. And that's Monday through pretty much through Saturday, yeah. We'll open up at 5. And then but Monday through Thursday, we'll close at 11 o'clock. And just, give and take some minutes or whatever. But we'll close at 11. And we also have different things that's going on those nights. And then on Friday and Saturday, we have something that we call Mocha After Hours. And that's where we'll, the DJ will come in. You kind of give them more of a lounge feel of the Mocha nightlife. I don't want to say club because we're not a club. We're still serving food, but we're wanting to give people a nice, tasteful place to come to in the evening time and enjoy themselves and know that they're coming to a safe environment. So we've had a great turnout last night. This is also the time that people that want to promote different things, this is their time that they can come in and we can sit down and we can discuss things of that nature.
And we still got our First Friday.
We do.
Where we're networking.
Networking with businesses and so forth, yes. That still goes on First Friday. So people, bring in your business cards and be ready for your elevator pitch and being able to tell people about your business and what it is that you're doing.
And what about that First Thursday for seniors?
Yeah. That went well. That went really well. We had a lot of seniors that came the first time, just hated because, they were so ready to come when we moved. And I was like, oh, no, we're not ready just yet. But they really enjoyed it. So we'll continue to do that.
So that should probably take place about October the 9th.
Yes.
Should be our first one that we will come up and actually do and invite our seniors down. And that's from 12 noon to 2 p.m.
October the 10th, which is a Thursday.
October the 10th? Mm-hmm. Okay, but it's First Tuesday. So what would that be? I think that's October the 8th.
Well, if you're doing it if we want to try to wait until the, we'll talk about it. We'll get it out there.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get that one
we'll
out
get
there.
It out.
But we're going to take care of our seniors.
Exactly.
We got to have them in there.
Exactly.
So I'm looking forward to doing that as well. So we've included everybody, a little bit of everybody in the mix of Mocha, the whole community. So when people want to do their workshops,
yes.
We have the projectors, our 100-inch screen, colored TV, as well as about 8 televisions throughout Mocha.
Plenty.
That can showcase whatever they're trying to present to the community, as well as providing an area that we can, elevate your business.
Right.
We can you can pay a small fee and come in and get your business put up on the televisions of Mocha to advertise.
Exactly.
So it's all those different things that's going on. Now, we still going to have our national artists that come through Mocha?
Yes, we will. Now, of course, that will change up things. Of course, right now, you're able to come in because we are a restaurant. So you're able to come in during 5 to 11. There's no charge for you to come in. But when we have a national artist and we're having to have that time frame set up, they're going to have to, you have to pay a fee to see that national artist. So things like that will vary. So I just always tell people, just stay tuned, look at our website, check us out on Facebook. We will have things posted up so people will know what the charges are for that particular event. But things like that happen. And the app, 72727.
Right.
Yeah,
Mocha.
And put in Mocha. That's very important.
Yeah, so, I'm so excited about all the different avenues that we came up with. And we got a great team of people working with us. And customer service. Yes. We understand that it's all about customer service. When people greet the host at the door to the person that takes the order over the phone. So we've gone out of the way to make sure we got a hospitality consultant that has been working with us faithfully night and day, making sure that our customer service is the number one thing that we call our guests. Right?
That's correct.
So, as well as our manager. Tell us a little something about your team.
Well, of course, I have Alan, who you were speaking of. He is our hospitality consultant. He's the person that makes sure everything is going smoothly on the floor. If things are going to come up, that we can't control, something somebody didn't like, or whatever the case may be. But we're going to try to make sure we nip it with great customer service while we're doing it at that time. Then also, of course, I have Trish, who's our lead bartender. So she makes sure that, the drinks that I need for that area, it's a different culture downtown than
Yes,
what
it
it is
is.
than where we were. So making sure we have the things that people are asking for, being able to carry that. And if we can't carry certain things, being able to get something that may be suitable for them.
Or similar.
Similar, exactly. And then we have, of course, Mr. Chef Mike, who is
Chef
the
Mike
baddest.
always
Yes, he is.
He's one of the baddest chefs
Yes,
I know.
I know,
Downtown
exactly.
and abroad.
Yeah, I had a gentleman in there last night. He said, "You know what? I didn't eat any steak sauce." I told him to put it over there anyway, but I ain't need it. So when you can cook a steak and you don't need steak sauce, you're good. So we got Mike in the kitchen, and then we have Mr. Pat Rowe, who is my assistant general manager, and he helps me do from scheduling and booking events. To when I'm not able to perform a certain duty, or I'm hemmed up doing other things, he has my back. So and I'm glad to have him on board as well. And then we have Sam Patton, who has really taken on a role of helping me out and making sure the band is on course, doing what they're supposed to do, making sure people are getting there on the time and the manner, and even trying to look at the audience and see kind of what's going on in the audience. If it's people haven't gotten there, and just kind of pulling away from the time, because we want people to hear the music and what it is that's going on. So that's pretty much my management team. Of course, I have other people that works around us that we've put in place that helps with the marketing to the to the apps, all these different things, websites, and everybody has their place at Mocha. We even have you, Miss Kelly. You get up every morning and you get the typing, but it's other people doing the exact same thing. It's not
right.
just you. So we always, we try to make it like a cipher. It's a big circle. Everybody has to have each other's back and making sure things are getting done, and we're getting it out there and done in a perfective manner. And not only being perfective, but being consistent. And that's one of the things that we've learned from moving from 3116 now to 511 is consistency and making sure we're doing things accurately. So that's important.
And we're really just trying to wake up Broad Street.
We are.
We want it to look like
It was
Market
sleep,
Street.
wasn't it?
It was sleep over
Yeah.
on Broad. But I tell you what,
It's up.
the last 6 days that we've been there, we have elevated Broad Street
have.
to a whole different level, and the people really appreciate it in the city. And we want to really thank our guests that comes out to Mocha to visit us. And we're planning to have a different DJ.
Yes, we are.
We have several from Atlanta.
Yes.
That's already have their days to come up. And so that's the reason why it's a cost, because it's a cost to Mocha.
Right.
So of course, just like any
Band
other
costs,
business,
yeah.
we have to put
Exactly.
it out to the consumers,
Exactly.
which are our guests.
Right.
So we just want to encourage people to support Mocha and everything that we're trying to do in this city by coming out and enjoying lunch with us. And if you are having a special time on your job, at your job place downtown, and you need catering, don't forget about us. We're new, but we're good. We got one of the best chefs in the city that can prepare a meal for 100 to 200 people. But we need your support in order for our business to grow. And Cheri, would you like to say anything before we end the show today?
Well, I'm just so excited about everything that's going on with Mocha. The growth that I see, the potential I see every week, different crowd, different people coming back. They're driving more and people coming in, the diversity of it all. Every time I talk to someone, they always say, great move, great move. We're so happy you're downtown. Downtown needs this. People just come in and put their head in the door just to say, we're glad you're here. And that makes me feel good to know that, we have something that we are providing to the city, and it's something that the mayor loves.
Right.
And we, even just going down to the beer board, we were praised about what it was that we were doing. So I'm just thankful to be able to be part of something so beautiful. And I look forward to meeting so many new faces here in Chattanooga that's coming down to Mocha.
Well, I want to thank you for being our general manager there, and I know you'll do a great job. And Chattanooga, thank you for supporting us and we'll see you next week right here on Caregivers and Community Connection.